Hey guys, this is Caleb Simpson here from ZeldaDungeon.net. You're watching our Big Poe guide for The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. I'm going to be showing you how to collect all 10 Big Poes and how to get them to the Ghost Shop. And then we are going to get the fabulous prize of the final bottle. So you want to head into the Hyrule Town Market in the future, and then just head into the guardhouse off on the left. And there's some creepy guy in here along with some creepy music. And if you remember from the past, if you came here, then you talked to him as a child, and this guard actually told you that he was interested in ghosts and that he wanted to study them. And so it turns out that he fulfilled his lifelong dream and became just what he was always after. So you can talk to him in the future, and he will tell you about how he was willing to buy Poes from you. So you can bring them to him in bottles, and he will pay you money for them. So regular Poes only give you a few rupees, meanwhile Big Poes, which is what this guide is about, give you 50 rupees. So if you collect all 10 Big Poes, then he'll give you a fabulous prize. So before there were Style Children in Hyrule Field, but now these Style Children are gone. Perhaps they have grown into full-grown Stalfos, and now they're in all the temples. In any case, they're no longer there. And so the enemy that is now in Hyrule Field are the Big Poes, who are, ghosts of concentrated hatred, like that guy said. And in any case, so if you run around on foot, they will, in Hyrule Field, they will chase after you and attack you and shoot fire at you. And so Instead, you want to get on Epona, and you can walk towards them, and they will run away from you while you're on Epona. So you can use B to use the fairy bow. So what you want to do is you want to chase after them. The first Big Poe is near the entrance to Hyrule Castle. Just run past the sign. That's the location that makes the Big Poe appear. So there's all these locations where it's kind of like a circle on the ground. Just imagine it that way, like a little circle. So as soon as you go through the circle, then the Big Poe will appear, no matter what, and he'll appear in front of you no matter which direction you're facing. So you want to start off near the bridge, and then head towards Hyrule Field to make the first Big Poe appear. Kill it with the bow while riding Epona, and then just go talk to it to put it in a bottle. Once you've gathered several in a bottles, you want to bring them back to the ghost shop owner, and then just use the bottled ghost on him to give it to him, and then he will give you rupees in return. So in total, you can get a total of 500 rupees from this guy. So at this point, though, money is kind of worthless, and so you'll probably go way over your limit repeatedly throughout this minigame, or the side quest. So in any case, I just suggest you fill up all your bottles and then take them all in at once. The second Big Poe is located near Lon Lon Ranch, just right in between the tree and the actual entrance to Lon Lon Ranch. Just run through there, and this will make the Big Poe appear. The third Big Poe is in northwest Hyrule Field. There's this bush up here that you can run through, and this is what causes the Big Poe to appear. So what you want to do is you'll notice that you can turn around and you can face towards Hyrule Field. You can position yourself and then run through the location again to make the Big Poe appear. So I suggest you just run through where you have the most running distance. So in this way you can make all of the Big Poes more convenient. The fourth one is near Gerudo Valley, next to this tree. I suggest that you run towards Hyrule Castle, because this will give you the most running distance. You can head to the right side of Lon Lon Ranch too, but that's a little awkward. The fifth one is also near Gerudo Valley. It's at the fork in the road. So I suggest you get off to the side and you can face towards this direction, and you'll probably get the most running distance. It takes a little bit of time to get yourself lined up properly, but if you do it right, then you'll take away a lot of frustration with it constantly hitting the wall. Once you get yourself lined up, getting running start, and then just shoot it down quickly before it has a chance to hit in either of the walls. The next two are in southern Hyrule Field. You want to head towards this area with all the trees and the bushes, and then just head through this circle of bushes right here to the side. All these little chunks of grass here, you just run straight through the middle of them to make the next Big Poe appear. The next Big Poe, number 7, is also in southern Hyrule Field, right next to that one. there's a suspicious boulder that is hiding out just here. So just run through the 2 trees that are directly south of it to make this Big Poe appear. Now the 8th one is kind of near the center of Hyrule Field. There's a silver boulder here that is right next to the road. Run between it and the road and head towards Zora's River to get the most running distance. The 9th one is also near Lon Lon Ranch. This one's a little more awkward because there's this boomerang-shaped platform up here, this wall, and so the Big Poe appears right at the corner. So watch this. You can stand in the corner, and once you realize that it's appearing, you can turn and face yourself in a good position where you can get a running start at it. I suggest you just wait here for it to reappear. Once you think it's about to go, I suggest you start moving Epona so that you're not starting from a dead stop. This way you can use some carrots to get a good running start. Alternatively, you can get that same Big Poe by running along the bottom side of this wall. This might be a lot easier because you can get a running start instead of from a dead stop. The last one is a little more awkward. It's on top of this platform that is near the entrance to Kakariko Village. Just stand on top of it and you're already on the location that makes it appear. So turn back around and face towards Hyrule Field. Now at this point you just want to get a good running distance area, so just wait for it to appear, and right before you think it's going to appear, then start walking so that you aren't stopping from a dead stop. That way you can use carrots and chase after it. Personally, I like this method much better, but there are those who swear by the other method, which is getting it from underneath. So you can go underneath the platform to make the Big Poe appear. Unfortunately, with the shape of the water, this means that it's going to turn off to the right, which means that as you head off to the right, that the Big Poe is going to turn off to the left, make a big swerve and go the opposite direction. This means that this Big Poe is very awkward to get this way. I highly recommend doing it the other way, but it is possible. So once you've collected all 10, you want to head back to the Ghost Shop owner, and then you can just hand them all in. So once you've done that, then he will grant you the awesome prize of the last empty bottle. This is awesome because now we can carry tons of fairies and green potion throughout our journey. But also, I highly recommend you get it before tackling the Ice Cavern, because you can use it to hold all the blue flame that we'll be using throughout that mini dungeon. So that is it for this guide. I hope you guys found it helpful. Also, if you did not find it helpful enough, you can check out our website at zeldadungeon.net, and I have this same guide in a site form that has maps and screenshots on it. So it's just another alternative for getting all the Big Poes. So also, if you don't have all the empty bottles, you can also check out our website for that, because I have a guide on that as well. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you guys found this helpful, and I'll see you guys next time.